The bustling heart of a growing economy, Advait, a seasoned tax consultant, sat across from Ishan, an ambitious entrepreneur. Ishan's warehouse was full, but his mind was cluttered with questions. Advait, Ishan began, I know what I sell, but I struggle with where the tax belongs. In our GST regime, why does the map matter as much as the invoice? Advait smiled, opening a leather-bound ledger. In the world of GST, Ishan, the place of supply is the compass that determines if your tax stays within state borders or crosses them. Let's start with the most common path, Advait said. When your goods travel from your warehouse in Delhi to a buyer in Mumbai, the law is simple. Under Section 10(1)(a), the place of supply is where the movement of goods terminates for delivery to the recipient. Ishan nodded, visualizing his trucks moving across the highways. So because the journey ends in Mumbai, it is an interstate supply, and I charge IGST? Exactly, Advait confirmed. The destination dictates the tax. But what if the journey is more complex? Ishan asked. Sometimes a client in Bangalore orders goods from me but asks me to deliver them directly to their customer, Kavya, in Chennai. Advait flipped a page. That is the bill-to-ship-to model under Section 10(1)(b). Even though the goods go to Kavya, the law deems that your client in Bangalore has received them. Therefore, the place of supply is the principal place of business of your client. To clarify, Advait introduced Ishan to Kavya via a video call later that day. Kavya was the one receiving the shipment in Chennai. In this scenario, Advait explained to the group, there are two supplies, one from Ishan to the middleman, and one from the middleman to Kavya. For Ishan's invoice, we ignore Chennai. We look only at the middleman's location to fix the place of supply. Kavya listened intently, realizing how her receipt of goods triggered a different tax chain. What if the goods never move? Ishan asked, shifting the scenario. Suppose I sell a heavy generator that is already located in a warehouse in Noida to a buyer who will keep it right there. Advait leaned back. Section 10(1)(c) covers this. If the supply does not involve movement, the place of supply is the location of the goods at the time of delivery to the recipient. In your case, that's Noida. Since you are also in Noida, it becomes an intra-state supply. CGST and SGST apply. Now, consider my factory installations, Ishan continued. We often ship parts and then assemble a complex conveyor system at a client's site in Gujarat. Advait tapped the ledger. Section 10(1)(d) handles that. When goods are assembled or installed at a site, the place of supply is the very location of that installation. The complexity of the parts doesn't matter. The point where they become a working unit defines the tax jurisdiction. Ishan thought of his last business trip. I bought a pair of headphones on the flight from Delhi to Kolkata. How does the airline decide the tax? Advait chuckled. That's Section 10(1)(e). For goods supplied on board a conveyance, be it a train, aircraft, or vessel, the place of supply is the location where the goods were first taken on board. If the airline loaded those headphones in Delhi, the place of supply is Delhi, regardless of where you are in the clouds when you buy them. Ishan looked concerned. What happens if I get it wrong? If I charge CGST/SGST instead of IGST because I misidentified the place of supply? Advait's expression turned serious. That is the pitfall. Under Section 19 of the IGST Act, if you pay the wrong tax, you must pay the correct tax to the government and then claim a refund for the wrong one. The law doesn't allow you to just adjust them. It's an expensive and time-consuming mistake. Precision is your best friend, Advait encouraged. By correctly identifying the place of supply, you ensure your business remains compliant and your cash flow remains healthy. It's not just about paying tax, it's about paying the right tax to the right government. Ishan felt the fog lifting. The where was no longer a mystery. It was a set of clear, logical rules that mapped out his business journey across the country. As the sun set over the city, Ishan returned to his warehouse. He looked at his shipping labels with new eyes. Each destination was no longer just a city, but a legal coordinate in the GST landscape. With Advait's guidance and the tax compass in hand, Ishan knew his business would thrive, moving goods across borders with the confidence of a man who knew exactly where he stood.